Well, good morning. Here's another update to our tomato starters that we're propagating through the suckers that we told you about. We showed you this one. This is day 2. It's about 11 o'clock here. As you can see, we've watered it. I didn't film it, but it wilted really good yesterday, but although it's a little limp, it's looking real good today. And when we were doing the rest of the suckers on the rest of these, I should tell you about one other thing to watch for that I didn't think about until after I'd already done it. Watch at the bottom of your plants, of your tomatoes. And unfortunately I've already cut it, but hopefully you'll be able to see right here. Here's your main stem. You'll get shoots that'll come up. Here's another one. We're purposely leaving this one, but we had a second one over here that we cut off, and it was almost 2 feet tall. When you get a full shoot come up, you really need to take those off. Although suckers will eventually turn into another plant, a shoot is a full tomato plant from the beginning. It had a whole bunch of flower starts on it and everything, and you'll be tempted to leave it. But it's the same thing as a sucker. One root ball, one main vine, having to support 3 or 4 plants, it's going to reduce the quality of the fruit. They're not going to taste as good. They're not going to ripen as fast. The skins won't be, correct. They'll get all brown and, and they'll crack. So you want to take those off. Now, if you don't want to lose the fruit from it again, like we did with the sucker over here, is do the exact same thing with a shoot. But sometimes they'll have a little hook on them. You just cut it off at like a 45-degree angle, so it's kind of a point, and that'll expose a lot of that bottom root, or not root, but the stem, and will give it a lot of area. And again, just like these, you'll take all the foliage off, and I'll show you what we did over here. You'll also want to take off the flowers, because that takes energy away from the main stem. Now, this is where we had our stump. This is 100% native. So we're kind of doing an experiment here while also propagating. If we get another one, we'll probably put it over here, and maybe another one, I don't know. We have that other sucker, or not sucker, but shoot that's come up that I just showed you. We might cut it off and put it in over here too. We kind of ran out of the good soils, and we thought, well, we just put our nitrogen food in all along the stem, and we'll see what the Lord brings forth. Even one tomato is more than none. And you do it for the health of the rest of the tomatoes, of the rest of that vine, and you'll actually produce more that way. So all we did, the soil's kind of settled. We need to put a little bit more on, so you can see where we just opened up the sides, and you can see this one's perky. We did this in the middle of the heat of the day, and within just minutes of cutting it, it had really wilted down where the foliage was really clamped down. It went into deep shock, and we left more of the leaves on it, or stems this time, for 2 reasons. One, this is almost 2 feet deep. We had to use our long shovel to make the hole. And the second reason was we want to have more of the foliage available to help with a huge root development. So we'll keep these updated so you'll see how they do, propagating through shoots and suckers. And again, normally you just throw that away, put it in the ground, and if you just get one tomato, it's more than nothing. Just a quick midday update to show you what I was talking about, how it'll wilt back. It's not papery, it's still quite leathery, it's still got plenty of moisture, but it's definitely in shock from the transplant. And this one's doing the same thing. It's all bent over and everything, but by morning it'll perk up a little. And it won't fully recover until the roots start to go out and it finds the water, but definitely want to water it more than once a day.